Well, here we go with our first online sealed, and apparently a lot of guild gates, first thing I noticed. So, Pack Rat, Troll, Cyclonic Rift, and Supreme Verdict, and Grove of the Guardian. Well, that's certainly all over the place. Um, by color now. So, you have some green, white, blue might be an option. Um, we really got nothing in black red as far as the rares go. Black green, both a lot of use out of those guys. Pack rat's a lot better than people give it credit for. If you're on the play and you drop a turn 2 pack rat, your opponent's probably gonna have a lot of problems. So stab wound, which is one of the best pieces of removal in the set. Launch party's okay. Assassin strike's pretty terrible. 6 mana sorcery to destroy something isn't really that ideal. As far as the blue goes, I guess we got 2 inspirations and 2 rune wings, and that's it. We open the rock, best uncommon in the set, in my opinion, anyway. Azorious key rune. Yeah, it certainly seems like green, white, blue might be the best way for us to go, because then we get access to all of this, because our blue-white is just a little bit too narrow. And we have griffins. Yeah, I definitely just think we're better off trying full 3 colors here. And that way we also open up our grove. So if we allow green, um, common bond's kind of odd. It does give a permanent bonus, so it's worth considering. But I don't know. I normally would rather just giant growth when I'm in that situation. So I guess none of the rest of that matters. Yeah. Courses Accord's one of the better token generators. We have a few more. Maybe we'll end up trying to go with like security blockade just to be able to run the like fog populate and stuff like that. Hmm. Giant spider. Uh, that's all pretty awkward, actually. His regenerate full 6 is just so high. I'd rather just try to play something here instead. I think we have enough to Detain to make a 4 mana 2/2 worth it. And here we already have this as far as fixing. So I'm not really worried about our mana base. We also have the Azorious key rune. Only 10 guys though is certainly awkward. It's really 11, 12. Oh well. And then I guess we have the key rune too. It's certainly awkward. It's not the strongest pool you can end up with in Ravnica. You can really get some absurd ones. Aerial Predation we're gonna have as a sideboard card. I don't know. Might pull something else out to play the monitor. Probably the fog. Yeah, I think we're pulling out the fog. We'll play the monitor. Although it's a double green, when green's really just a splash for us, so maybe not. It's a harder choice, and I'd really be care to be making here. I mean, we're not gonna jump the 7 mana. It just seems like a bad call for us. I don't think Slitherhead's worth it. Oh, well, maybe we'll run Savage Surge as our combat trick. I don't know. Okay. 9. Seventeen lands seems fine. I don't know, I can't be too terribly excited about this. When my favorite things about it are all in the 4-drop slot, it's just very awkward. I guess we'll see how it goes. Alright, and here we are in our first round. I think we can keep this. With a plains and a promenade on draw. We start doing things turn 3. Yeah, I think we're fine. Well, we just go ahead and lead out with the plains, because obviously the promenade won't stay in play. Hopefully we draw a land of any type next turn. Well, I guess that lets us do just that. So we'll go grab one of our gates instead. We have nothing that's double green, so the Azorious Guild Gate's probably our best bet. So we'll go ahead and go that route. That's certainly inconvenient, but not game ending here. Our opponent isn't putting a whole lot of pressure on us, and we even get to remove his counter if we need with Dramatic Rescue. But hopefully we will draw a land in the next turn or two. Alright, well, Forest, I guess, is our first play. And I imagine we play our rock here. Oop. And leave up Giant Growth. There we go. Yeah, now I'm really not worried at all about what he can do. Only going to attack with the bird and bounce his apparition. Obviously, we're not bouncing his vine. That just gives him a pretty big advantage. No reason to let him have a bigger token. I don't think there's a reason to play anything else at this point. If he attacks with just a bird, we can just activate our Key Rune or go Eyes in the Sky. So I think we're fine just passing. In case he has a giant growth, I think the Eyes is the better plan. They just get removed next turn for him anyway. So now it's just playing out guys in the air at this point. Just continuing to bash in. I mean, we don't want to overcommit, but he's not playing blue, so I don't think we're going to walk into a Supreme Verdict. There's not a whole lot he can do that really worries me. Yeah, that's still completely underwhelming. The rock goes by toughness, so we'll just bounce his life-looking croc. And I mean, if he wants to try to hit us full two, that's fine. Might of Oaks isn't around, so I'm not too worried about what he could do with one card. We knew he drew land there, so don't know what his last card would be. Possibly another land, but nothing relevant. Wow, I misclicked twice there. Eyes in the Sky again. Oh well. That was very poor on my part. You knew he had to block both in case there was another giant growth, but it doesn't matter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And he gains his 3 because of my screw up. Oh, apparently a little more than. Alright, well, let's try it with a few less play mistakes. It's certainly an awkward way to go about it. I mean, we were firmly in control pretty much the entire game. I just don't like making mistakes. Well, we're missing a color. That's a little bit awkward. I think we're going to be fine on the draw. It's still a little awkward. Hopefully we'll draw it next turn since everything in our hand with blue is 4. There we go. I imagine he's sided in the 3 mana destroy target flying creature, gain 2 life spell. If he has it, it is only a common, I believe. Yeah, that's not too big of a deal. Just a couple centaurs. I think I'd rather Inspiration than play the Rune Wing this turn. Next turn we can play the Gate Creeper, and then when he damages it, Avenging Arrow. Well, that's awkward. Um, the plan just shifts from there to there. Not really a huge issue. We're not going to bounce the Cellar. Yeah, our opponent's not really doing anything that interesting. Because the Apparition gives us a target for a rock, but I think just swing full 5 in the air seems just fine. Now we have the wind showing. Swing full 6, 2 giant growths. Although Chorus of Might would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Could be 9, 10, 11 damage. You can only do 1. Yeah, I don't think there's any combination. Although, if he Chorus of Might and well, no, Chorus of Might's 4. So I don't think he can Chorus of Might and Giant Growth. But either way, I'm just going to use 1 bird token to block his Centaur. But I'm pretty sure we just have this game. I think he was just trying to get us to block with the Ruin Wing so that we wouldn't have lethal. And there's the match. Oh, on the round